see here. The question is, a group of men decided to do a job in 8 days, right? There are certain number of men who are working. They decided to do a certain job in 8 days. But since 10 men dropped out each day, every day 10 people are dropping, right? 10 people are going out of the company. 10 men dropped out each day. The job got completed at the end of the 12th day, right? Because 10 men are dropping out each day, from day 1, day 2, day 3, every day 10 people are going out. Job got completed on 12th day. How many men were there at the beginning, right? Now see here, simple analogy. If there are 80 people at the beginning, every day 10 people goes off, then definitely after 12 days 120 people minimum should have gone. That means the answer should definitely be greater than 120. Directly you can eliminate 80 and 90, right? That is the first thing that you should understand. Directly 80 and 90 are eliminated. Now our life is 50% easy, right? Now because out of 4, 2 are eliminated straightforward. Either it should be 165 or it should be 175. Take any one. Whichever you like, you take it. If suppose you take 165, you prove that everything whatever is given in the question is right, then 165 is right. If you prove one of the statement as incorrect, then 175 will be right. Now suppose for example, if I take 165, what is the question? How many men were there at the beginning? I will assume that the number of men who were there at the beginning as 165. This is my assumption. It may or may not be right. Now see here, in this kind of questions, if nothing is mentioned, by default one person is doing 1 unit per day, right? By default it will be 1 unit per day. That means one day 1 unit is done by one person. 165 people will do 165 units, right? That means, can I say that what is the total work in all our previous problem? Total work was nothing but the LCM. That is what we were taking it as total work. Same like that we are taking something else here in a different way, right? Now see here, total work is 165 people are there initially, and there are totally 8 days they worked. So 165 into 8, this will be 1320. 1320 chocolates need to be distributed. This is my assumption again. It may or may not be right. Right? Now listen carefully, sir. Can I say that first day 165 people worked. Second day 10 people left. Second day 155 worked. Third day 145 worked. Fourth day 135 worked. Or instead of writing like this and wasting time, can I say that first day it is 165, second day it is 165 minus 10, third day it is 165 minus 20 totally from the first day comparatively, fourth day it is 165 minus 30, right? 165 minus 30. That means if it is fourth day it is minus 30, if it is third day it is minus 20, if it is 12th day it is minus 11 into 10, 110, right? It is minus 110. Now can I say that 165 men are working means 165 units would have been completed. 165 units. Second day 155 units. Third day 145 units. Like that 11th, 12th day also 165 minus 110 units. This is in arithmetic progression. If you observe carefully, 165 is added 12 times. It is 165 into 12. If you take minus common factor everywhere, it is 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus etc. till 110, right? Etc. till 110. Now let us use a little smarter approach. Think logically. Instead of adding this by using a sum of n terms in arithmetic progression, we know that average is nothing but sum divided by total number of terms. And average in arithmetic progression, what I discussed in the averages topic, it is first term plus last term divided by 2. 10 plus 110, 120. 120 by 2. Average is 60. So sum is same in the numerator because we don't know that number of terms, totally 11 terms are there. So sum is 60 into 11, 660, 165 into 12, 165 into 12 minus 660. What is the value? You are getting it as 1320, which is nothing but the assumption what we made at the starting. Because my assumption is becoming right, my whatever the value or the option which I took, that also should be right. Answer for this question is 165. Take the same question, type it in Google, use the method of variables. N minus 10, n minus 20, which will kill your time in solving by using variables and algebra, which we are not interested with. I assume that 1320 units of work need to be completed, and I proved that that is 1320 at the end. That means my assumption of 165 is right. If by chance 165 was incorrect, then the only option left is 175. Don't waste your time by solving for 175. Mark it and go ahead. I hope the idea is clear. Very, very good questions. These questions are. Clear, sir, everyone? I hope it is clear. Next question. Sharat, you can take any other value there, but ultimately you will prove that value because work is constant. That was my first statement of today's class. No, Sai and Ghosh. Okay, Rahul, why are we eliminating option A and B means? Simple, Rahul. Now see here. Every day 10 people will leave and totally 12 days are there. That means minimum 120 people should leave. For minimum 120 people to leave, more than 120 people should have worked. That means 80 and 90 are less than 120. Ruled out. Idea clear? Science, these are not of bank level questions. These are slightly on higher level questions for CAT examinations. But definitely, as Sharath rightly pointed, you will understand it much more better when you attempt a bank level question having solved these questions. Gunaratna, I already told in multiple classes, none of this is something which we cannot escape with, right? Which we cannot escape with. Now, even if none of this is given, suppose first option is 80, second option is 90, third option was 165, fourth option is none of these. Now, there are two ways for this question because you asked me this question. One way is, first of all, you will eliminate these two. The other, when you eliminate those two, the only numerical value option left is 165. Take a chance and mark and go ahead. Otherwise, solve it in the way I have solved. Because 165 is coming as true. Mark it and go ahead. No worry about none of this in this question. Rishabh, first thing is, most of the aptitude examinations in competitive exams will have answer options. Answer options are something which are the biggest clues, right? Which are the biggest clues. Because only with answer options, you can solve these questions very, very beautifully, right? If you do not have answer options, first day n, second day n minus 1, sorry 10, third day n minus 20, 11th, 12th day it is n minus 110. Like that you should keep adding, you will get an equation. Sometime you might also get a quadratic equation in some questions. You should solve all those equations, get the value of unknown variable, get the answer. Your question is, a group of workers was put on a job, right? There are some people who are working. A group of workers was put on a job. From the second day onwards, one worker was withdrawn each day, right? That means from the second day onwards, one worker was withdrawn. Each day, one person is leaving from second day onwards, not from the first day in this question, right? The job was finished when the last worker was withdrawn, right? When the last worker was withdrawn, the job got completed. Now, your question is, had no worker been withdrawn at any stage, the group would have finished the work in 2/3 the time. That means, suppose if no worker left at any point of a time, no person left the job. Suppose if that is the scenario, then the group would have finished the job in 2/3 of the time. How many workers were there in the group, right? How many workers were there in the group is the question. Now listen to this carefully. Again, the best way of solving this question is by answer options. Suppose, for example, if I take the first option, the main question is how many workers were there in the group. I'll assume that there were 2 workers in the group, right? There were 2 workers in the group. Now see here, can I say that first day 1 there were 2 workers, right? Day 1 there were 2 workers, and question says from second day onwards, one worker was withdrawn each day. That means day 2 there will be only one worker, right? Day 2 there will be only one worker. That means, can I say that here also 1 unit per day is the default assumption, right? If 2 workers are there, 2 units per day. That is the default assumption in these kind of questions. Can I say that in first and second days, 2 units per day is completed in day 1, 1 unit is completed in day 2. Totally 3 units are completed, right? Totally 3 units are completed. Now your next statement says that, had no worker been withdrawn at any stage. That means no worker will leave away. Day 1 also 2 people were there. Day 2 also 2 people were there. That means, can I say that only 3 chocolates has to be distributed. Actually, total work is only 3 chocolates. But day 1, 2 people worked. Day 2, only one of them should work to make it 3. But 2 people are working. So it will be more than 3 chocolates. Answer cannot be more than 3 chocolates because the total work itself is 3. Therefore, it is violating the condition. This is ruled out. If I take second case, number of workers, let it be 3 workers. Second option, right? 3 workers. Day 1, there were 3 people. Day 2, there were 2 people. 1 person left. Day 3, it was only 1 person. Totally 6 chocolates is the total work that need to be completed. Total work that need to be completed is 6 chocolates. But the second case says that if no person left, so if no person left, so that means day 1 it is 3 people, day 2 also it is 3 people. Totally 6 chocolates they also completed in 2 days itself, right? If no person left, the group would have finished the work in 2/3 of the time. Now can I say that this 2 days whatever they have taken, this 2 days is nothing but 2/3 of the time which they have taken earlier as 3 days, right? Is 2/3 of 3? Definitely 2 is 2/3 of 3 because it is satisfying the condition given in the question. My assumption of 3 days is 3 people is also right. Answer for this question is number of people initially were 3. Beautifully, you can solve the questions by using answer options. Same case, if you do not have answer options, definitely you will end up with so many variables and then quadratic equation or a linear equation, and you will waste a lot of time. Clear, sir? Please comment in the live chat. I want you to participate. I already told in my previous class that I am not speaking or teaching to some of the walls or fans or tube lights of this particular class. Mano, last step. Now, Mano, question is, if no person left had no work been withdrawn from at any stage, the group would have finished the work in 2/3 of the time what they have taken when people are leaving, right? What they have taken when people are leaving. Now see here. Okay, Purushottam. For n is equal to 3, why you have day 1 and d2 only? Now, Purushottam, this will also answer Manoj's question. Purushottam, first day 3 people are working, 3 chocolates are over. Second day 3 people are working, 3 chocolates are over. Earlier 6 only were there in the box. When you saw the box, only 6 chocolates are there. In 2 days 6 are over, right? What will you come and do on the third day? Waste of time, right? Work is over. Clear, Purushottam? That is Purushottam answer. Now, Arvind and other people, Manoj's answer, last step. 6 chocolates are completed in 2 days itself. Now, if no person left, that means they would have taken only 2 days. That 2 days is nothing but equal to 2/3 of the time taken earlier. 2 days is nothing but equal to 2/3 of the time taken earlier when people were leaving. Earlier when people were leaving, how many days they were taking? 3 days. Is 2 is equal to 2/3 of 3? Definitely 2 is equal to 2/3 of 3. Now, question is, Alford got an order from a garment manufacturer for 480 denim shirts. Total number of shirts is 480, right? Totally 480 denim shirts need to be manufactured, right? Now see here, that is the first statement. Second statement is, he bought 12 sewing machines and appointed some expert tailors to do the job. Now, there are only 12 sewing machines right now. Only 12 are there. That means 12 people only can work. Definitely 12, more than 12 cannot work, right? Definitely more than 12 cannot work, because one person can use only one system, right? That is by default, like the way I said in my previous problem, 1 unit per day, right? So 12 sewing machines are there, 12 people should be there, or it can be less than 12 also. Some of the systems or machines might be underutilized, right? So it can be less than 12 also. Now let us read the question first. He bought 12 sewing machines and appointed some expert tailors. That some can be all 12 or it can be less than 12. That is what I was explaining to do the job. Next, read the next statement. However, many did not report for duty. Many of them did not report for duty. As a result, each of those who did, people who did the job, had to stitch 32 more shirts than originally planned by Alford with equal distribution of work. That means originally he planned to do it equally. Equally he thought of distributing for all the 12 people. But because many did not come, he distributed how many ever people came. For those people who came, he actually gave to 32 more shirts extra work, right? He gave an extra burden of work. Your question is, how many tailors had been appointed earlier and how many had not reported for work? How many were appointed? How many did not come for the work is the question. Now, again, the best way to solve this question is by answer option, right? The best way to solve this question is by answer option. Now, listen carefully, sir. I'll be little smart in choosing the answer option. What I will do is, I will choose the second option initially. I will not go with first option. Sir, why will you not go with first option? Because second option, third option, both the options are saying that earlier number of people who were appointed is 10. Both of them is saying 10. If that is true, then I should only check how many did not work. either 3 or 4. That means option B 3 did not work, option C 4 did not work. But by chance, if 10 itself is incorrect, then by one option itself I eliminated two options, right? By cross checking with one option, I would have eliminated two options. With one bullet I am trying to shoot two things. That's what I am trying to say here, right? So I'll be little smart and go with the second option. Second option is 10 people were appointed earlier, 3 did not work. Right, 3 did not work. Now, if 10 people were appointed, these 10 people should do that 480 shirts, right? Manufacture that 480 shirts. That means one person will distribute, or one person will work for how many shirts? He will work for 48 shirts. But some people did not actually turn up. They did not turn up. Because some people did not turn up, 48 what was actually divided equally initially for per person. Now 32 extra burden came for people who are working. 48 plus 32. Now the people who are working, everyone started to do 80 shirts, right? Everyone started to work for 80 shirts. Now, if people work for 80 shirts, totally 480 shirts need to get over. Totally one person is doing 80 shirts. That means how many people are working? 6 people are working, right? 6 people are working. Now can I say that if 6 people are working, out of total 10 people who were appointed, if 6 are working, another 4 people are not working. That means from second option, actually I got the answer as third option, right? 6 people working, 4 people not working, which is my third option, option C. Answer is option C. A classical way of solving, sir. If you just revise it from the last 15-20 minutes, from the last 4 to 5 problems, we are beautifully solving only by answer options. Six people are working, 4 people are not working. Totally 10 people were selected. Arvind and Pallavit. Now, I just assumed second option. Now, read the question. First part of, before the comma in the options, how many tailors had been appointed? First part of the answer option represent people who were appointed, and second point represent how many had not reported for the work. Now, if I tell 10 comma 3, 10 were appointed, 3 were not working out of 10, right? 3 out of 10 were not working. Now see here, if I appoint 10 people for 480 chocolate distribution, one person will distribute 48 chocolates. This was the actual scenario. This should have been there actually. But out of that, some people did not come for work. So because of that, I gave 32 extra chocolate distribution for every people who are working. So one person earlier was distributing only 48. Now we should distribute 48 plus 32. Every person, whoever is working, should distribute 80 chocolates. Now, total 480 chocolates. Per person 80 chocolates. That means 480 by 80. It is 6 people. 6 people are working. Out of 10, 6 are working. Remaining 4 should be non-working. This 6 and 10 and 4 combination is nothing but third option. Answer is third option. Pallavit got it. I believe that Arvind also got it. This is the question. The question is, A, B and C individually can finish a work in 6, 8 and 15 hours respectively, right? They are saying that there are 3 people, A, B and C. They individually can finish the work in 6, 8 and 15 hours respectively. Let me write statement by statement for your better understanding. A, B, C is given as 6 hours, 8 hours, 15 hours, right? This is the first statement. Now, don't even try to read the second statement. When you write like this, find out what all you can do from this initially. LCM of 6, 8 and 15 is 120. 120 chocolates need to be distributed. So A will be 120 by 6, 20 chocolates per day, per hour. B will be 120 by 8, 15 chocolates per hour. C will be 120 by 15, 8 chocolates per hour, right? It is 8 chocolates per hour. Now listen to the next statement. Now read the next statement. They started the work together, and after completing the work, they got 94 rupees 60 paisa in total. That means all the 3 together are getting a salary of 94.6 rupees. Together they are getting 94.6 rupees, right? The question is, when they divide the money among themselves, A, B and C will respectively get how much? Every person individually will get how much is the question. Now see here, very easy logic of solving. Can I say that A will get, first of all, out of total 20 plus 15, 20 plus 15 is 35, 30 plus 35 plus 80 is 43. Out of total 43 chocolates distributed, A's contribution is how much? 20 chocolates. So it is 20 out of 43. And the combined salary is 94.6 rupees, right? 94.6 rupees. 43 into 2.2 is 94.6. 20 into 2.2 is, it is 44, right? 20 into 2.2 is 44. Don't waste your time by doing for B and C, sir. You are wasting your time if you don't look into your answer option, which I told multiple times in the last few problems. Definitely there is only one option which is having in the answer option as 44. Mark it and sit quiet if you have completed the paper, or move for the next question. I hope it is clear. Your skill set in the examination will determine your success in your examination. Simple and straightforward bullet statement, sir. Your skill set. I got it as 44. Let me hold on. Check whether I am getting only one option as 44. Yes, definitely yes. There is no other option. If you have more than one option, not an issue. Out of total 43, B's contribution is 15. 15 out of 43 into 94.6. Or in simple language, can I say that 94.6 divided by 43, it is always 2.2. No need to keep writing that every time. 15 into 2.2, you will get it as 33. 8 into 2.2. 8 into 2.2, you will get it as 17.6. I will repeat the statement once again. Please listen to this with utmost attention, and if you have read ink, please mark it. Answer options are definitely not for only marking. It is also meant for using in so many questions. So many questions you can solve so beautifully by using answer options. Please start using it. Otherwise, you will unnecessarily end up in using variables and you will waste a lot of time in your examination hall. This is the question. The question is, A, B and C individually can finish a work in 6, 8 and 15 hours respectively, right? They are saying that there are 3 people, A, B and C. They individually can finish the work in 6, 8 and 15 hours respectively. Let me write statement by statement for your better understanding. A, B, C is given as 6 hours, 8 hours, 15 hours, right? This is the first statement. Now, don't even try to read the second statement. When you write like this, find out what all you can do from this initially. LCM of 6, 8 and 15 is 120. 120 chocolates need to be distributed. So A will be 120 by 6, 20 chocolates per day, per hour. B will be 120 by 8, 15 chocolates per hour. C will be 120 by 15, 8 chocolates per hour, right? It is 8 chocolates per hour. Now listen to the next statement. Now read the next statement. They started the work together, and after completing the work, they got 94 rupees 60 paisa in total. That means all the 3 together are getting a salary of 94.6 rupees. Together they are getting 94.6 rupees, right? The question is, when they divide the money among themselves, A, B and C will respectively get how much? Every person individually will get how much is the question. Now see here, very easy logic of solving. Can I say that A will get, first of all, out of total 20 plus 15, 20 plus 15 is 35. 30 plus 35 plus 80 is 43. Out of total 43 chocolates distributed, A's contribution is how much? 20 chocolates. So it is 20 out of 43. And the combined salary is 94.6 rupees, right? 94.6 rupees. 43 into 2.2 is 94.6. 20 into 2.2 is, it is 44, right? 20 into 2.2 is 44. Don't waste your time by doing for B and C, sir. You are wasting your time if you don't look into your answer option, which I told multiple times in the last few problems. Definitely there is only one option which is having in the answer option as 44. Mark it and sit quiet if you have completed the paper, or move for the next question. I hope it is clear. Your skill set in the examination will determine your success in your examination. Simple and straightforward bullet statement, sir. Your skill set. I got it as 44. Let me hold on. Check whether I am getting only one option as 44. Yes, definitely yes. There is no other option. If you have more than one option, not an issue. Out of total 43, B's contribution is 15. 15 out of 43 into 94.6. Or in simple language, can I say that 94.6 divided by 43, it is always 2.2. No need to keep writing that every time. 15 into 2.2, you will get it as 33. 8 into 2.2. 8 into 2.2, you will get it as 17.6. I will repeat the statement once again. Please listen to this with utmost attention, and if you have red ink, please mark it. Answer options are definitely not for only marking. It is also meant for using in so many questions. So many questions you can solve so beautifully by using answer options. Please start using it. Otherwise, you will unnecessarily end up in using variables and you will waste a lot of time in your examination hall.